The college basketball experience preview and picks episode for Friday, February 14th. Happy Valentine's Day edition on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Sign up, and when you do, sign up with that promo code TCESGPN to get a 50% deposit bonus up to $1,000. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Earn up to $750 per month on your sports gambling transactions. Go to edgeboost.bet, promo code SGPN. And last but not least, we're brought to you by Rhythm, the leader in data-driven picks and props. Get your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. And remember, as always, folks, to let it ride.
Hey, it's Peyton Manning, and you're listening to SGPN. Let's ride.
Yes. Welcome to the college basketball experience. Preview and picks for Friday, February 14th. And you are gonna hear, youtube.com/the college experience. Because get on over there. You're gonna watch. Look, listen to the show. Spotify, iTunes, whatever the fuck you got, Stitcher. Yeah, listen's always fun. But your boy's on one tonight. Your boy is on one tonight. I'm sounding a lot like this.
Get my limousine, ride on 85, get my Learjet, and take off to New Orleans. You got it, New Orleans. If you're watching right now, I'm 42,000 feet. Easy on in. Because in several hours, I'm going to walk it out.
Yes, it goes on and on and on. But, man, I am on a heater right now. If you're wondering who the hell you're listening to, my name is Colby Dant, Dan, a.k.a. Pick Dundee. That's not a pick. This is a pick.
He was raised in the land down under, where a man thinks on his feet, speaks with his fists, and lives by his wits.
When Dundee happened, he was a superstar.
He's the kind of guy that would drink a gallon of gasoline so he could piss in your campfire. You could drop this guy off at the Arctic Circle wearing a pair of bikini underwear without his toothbrush, and tomorrow afternoon he's going to show up at your poolside with $1 million smile and a fistful of pesos.
Boom! Tough night for those comments in the YouTubes or the interwebs. For the haters. Discipline Dundee, 2 Thursdays in a row. Discipline Dundee. I am joined by my co-host. We have a special guest later on, by the way, and it's not the great Noah Beanick, but go check out the college baseball episode we just did a couple hours ago. Opening day tomorrow, a slew of games, great wagers, great entertainment. Go check out the college baseball experience. But right now, I am joined by my co-host. He is the host of the Ride and Rush Show. And make sure you check out the college basketball experience pregame show each and every day. Give it up for former video coordinator for Hall of Fame coach Bob Huggins and Frank Martin, Ryan McIntyre, a.k.a. Moneyline Mac. How are you, man?
I'm doing good. Yes, a fire day. No discipline over here, but still winning. Let's go.
Mac tonight. Come on, make it Mac tonight.
There are 3 wagers still out there in the raw, but your boy is up. How about this for Discipline Dundee? Currently sitting at 17-4 ATS on the 21 wagers that have concluded. 17-4. 2 of these were Circle of Trust that I went 1-1 in. I mean, Circle of Trust, but if you got the SGPN app, you would know that I bet those. But oh boy, I mean, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about life. Valentine's Day. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. These disciplined Thursdays, these disciplined Dundee Thursdays have been good to me 2 weeks in a row now. Let's get into it because it opened up with the bang with our double lock of the Monmouth Hawks flying high against them Seawolves. 79-69. Boom. Abdi Bashir with a big game for those Monmouth Hawks. Your thoughts?
I feel like a broken record. Monmouth is much better than their record. I mean, I looked at the standings today. They're like in 5th place in the CAA. Yeah, 6. Sorry, 7-6 in league play. It's amazing when you actually get to play some home games to even out the travel a little bit. So,
Monmouth, Rice, good coach. Good coach.
Yeah. He might be the best one on the Carolina tree.
Better than Hubert Davis. I'll tell you that right now. I trust him more than Hubert Davis.
No doubt.
We also double locked it. We need it all.
Oh my God.
All the time we could get in this one. But double lock UT Arlington 82. Cal Baptist 79. Winner, chicken dinner. It might have taken. It took a little bit, but we got it done. Rayshad Seamster, 29 points, 8 boards, 1 block, 1 steal, 1 assist for the Mavericks. Yeah, I mean, what a roller coaster. This was a roller coaster.
It felt good to be on this side of Cal Baptist, didn't it? Such a Cal Baptist loss, like up by 17 in the second half, and they just that team has talent. They find ways to lose. I don't think they're very well coached.
Yeah. They're not. I think we talked about this a couple weeks back when me and you were I don't think we were on air. We are just discussing that their team is more talented than their performance so far this season. But we double locked that. And then, I mean, dude, even the plays we didn't bet, or at least I feel like I should have bet everything today. So even though I was disciplined, UMBC -3.5 did hit, didn't bet the game. They won by 4 against the Golf Course. Golf Course kind of battled back to get into position to make this somewhat of a game. But yeah, UMBC wins by 4. I know we didn't touch the game, but big win for the Retrievers there. Both are kind of cooked seating wise in the AE, but you never know. Your thoughts?
For two guys that bitch that we never have enough 5 and 6 o'clock games, there were 6 games that tipped off before the traditional 7 o'clock Eastern. 5 out of 6 were really fucking good games. I mean, so once again, find a way to get your product into those hours, because I watch all of UMBC, Binghamton. I watch all of Albany, Lowell, Queens, Bellarmine, that we'll talk about here in a minute. Just good games. That Monmouth Stony Brook game, that final score was misleading. I mean, that was a tie game with like 8 minutes left. And Arlington Baptist, of course, was a great game. So, yeah, good win for the Retrievers here.
Yeah. Spread it out over the whole day. If you're listening to this, athletic directors, look at the college baseball slate tomorrow. It's perfect. Like all day, you got action mixed with some college hoops. My only regret here is that I didn't play this game, because I even gave away Albany money line against Lowell. I didn't bet it, but 90-88 in overtime. Donaldson's talking about it right now. I mean, I won't play the music because I didn't bet it, but I mean, unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. And it's just a great game. Lowell's not that good this year. Albany's kind of vastly improved from a year ago. Disciplined Dundee would have got these games right, but your thoughts?
I was going to say, where would you rank Lowell in terms of disappointing teams in the mid-major level? I would rank them in the top 10 disappointments. I mean, I think you're right. They have a losing record in the America East. They've been a wagon in this league. To be 4-6, I mean, they've been the team that has been right on Vermont's heels over the last 2-3 years, and they're kind of a shell of themselves this year. Losers of 5 out of 7 now.
Yeah. Jerry Davis saying there was expecting some baseball on the picks page. I think we'll have that going at some point once they up. We should have that going tonight at some point, I would imagine.
Send an email again.
Yeah. We can send an email later tonight when our guest joins us, perhaps.
Fix your shit.
Yeah, please fix your bullshit. This game I would have got wrong if had I bet this because NJIT did not cover against Bryant. Bryant won by 22. Did you bet this?
Yeah, it was like one of my few losses in the early win. They suck so bad. I was playing the spot, the little local game here, and no, Bryant fucking belt to ass here. Just beat the fuck out of them in the second half. They're so much more athletic than NJIT.
Yeah. Earl Timberlake with a big game there for the Bulldogs. I can't believe we didn't bet this game. This was discipline Dundee. Bellarmine covers against Queen in overtime. Queens wins 92-87. Gosh, we should have bet this. I wanted to bet this.
I was on the Queens side. I thought Queens was going to kill with their athletes. I mean, I'll give Bellarmine fucking credit. They're down their two best players, and they're actually playing pretty good basketball for Bellarmine standards. Bellarmine.
Dude, they've covered like 10 fucking games in a row. This team's a wagon.
Dude, and I'll say one thing. It was lit in there. They were fucking – that crowd was trying to will that team to a win finally. They just – that kid fucking missed a 6-footer at the buzzer. I was like, oh, there's no chance it went overtime now.
The next one, man. I had Longwood plus 10.5. High Point wins by 11. So even out of my 4 losses.
You didn't see how this ended because you were doing baseball.
What happened?
They fucking shot a layup for no reason. High Point. Longwood was going to get the ball back with like 5 seconds, and fucking High Point took a fucking meaningless layup, and Huss like apologized to the Longwood coach Griff. It was ridiculous. It's like, oh, fuck you.
Damn. So we should even my losses should have been right tonight. Shout out to High Point. That is a big win for High Point though, because Longwood's one of the teams that I actually can believe could beat them in that conference. And then how about this play? How fucking sharp are all of us, including the great Rob Donaldson, who got some praise in the chat. And by the way, shout out to Tommy B. Because we will refer to a plus 700 on the money line. North Carolina A&T 60, Elon 59. All of us were on this play.
Oh, they're good.
I didn't play the money line. Is my only regret. Like, I think we even talked about it, perhaps. I know Rob played it, but 60-59, A&T wins outright. I mean, we were all over this, man. It's a free show.
I don't get the people that bitch about
the
this.
amount of. I got someone that gave me so much shit for our Louisiana Tech pick tonight, and I'm like, do they realize that out of 21 games, I have 4 games wrong? Like, if they had put $100 down on each fucking game, you'd be up almost $2,000, right? You'd be up, right around like in the ballpark.
Dude, these people are. You know what? All right, I can tell you exactly anybody that bitches about Louisiana Tech. They took all our favorites and they put them into a money line fucking parlay, and all the favorites that we bet on straight up probably went 11-1, and the fucking La Tech sold their bitch parlay. So yeah, your chalk eating fucking parlay loss. That's what you get for like 12 fucking legs, you fucking loser. Yeah, if you're bitching, dude, I got this one guy that always bitches. And if I'm having a fire night, I'd be like, what about the other 12 games? Did you bet on those? No, and he'll even give out the other side of a game. I'm like, dude, I listen to the fucking show or look at the graphic. I mean, come on. Like, you're so fucking lazy.
Yeah. 357. We have a guest coming in a little bit that might fulfill that question right there that you posed. Yeah, I mean, A&T play was so fucking sharp. Even my plays that I did not discipline Dundee is costing people money, John, because I was on Hampton 63, Drexel 58. Didn't bet the game. I mean, if I would have just bet every game today, I would. I don't know my record off the top of my head, but I'm telling you, I would have been fucking fire. Hampton beats Drexel. You didn't bet this, right?
No, I would have went on Hampton. I stayed away. Back to A&T, by the way, they're playing 6 guys. They only have 6 guys eligible with the gambling scandal. Like, how are they pulling this off? They got rid of the fucking campsters. I can tell you that. They're fucking playing their ass off.
Yeah. Dude, and A&T. I was gonna say Hampton's a team that's really caught my eye this year, but yeah, A&T is much better than their record. You could tell that they were definitely on the take back when they played ECU and stuff. Shout out to Scott Bowser, longtime friend of the program. Check out the Luck Stops Here podcast, as Scott's the fucking man. Chris Gray won. Appreciate you giving us $50. Hell yeah, let's go. There we go. What a night. Been following y'all since the start of the season. You're $2,100 richer. Can't thank you enough. Subscriber for life. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate you, man. And if we ever meet up, bro, I got you for a couple drinks, man. I don't know where the hell you reside, but if you're ever at a ball game or something where we cross paths, I got you for a few drinks. Appreciate the donation, man. This play here, man. I even said the line stunk. Of course I took App, but App destroyed Coastal, held them to 46 points at home. Coastal's fucking terrible.
Fucking team.
I mean, if this was a fucking Monday, I'm betting like $200 on that game. But because it was Thursdays that have doomed me throughout the season, I was just like, let me stay away. Let me fucking stay away.
0 to 200 quick. Boom. Monday, I got to
stay away. Discipline Dundee.
Tomorrow's dangerous when you come off a day like this, because it's like, oh man, I got all this extra cash now. Time to get fucking aggressive in these fucking bullshit MAAC games.
Then we have Stonehill St. Francis, which no matter what, I would have never bet this game. St. Francis did not cover. I actually did get that pick wrong, as Stonehill wins by 5. I'm not going to ask you your thoughts there, but you did hit here, and I followed you on the picks page. Just didn't bet it. Discipline Dundee yet again. Delaware stays within the 8, but Towson keeps rolling along. Towson, just give them the national championship now already. These Tigers, 11 straight. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I was all over Delaware here. It's hard to keep just fucking drilling teams game after game. Towson's won 11 in a row, the second longest streak in the nation. So shout out to these Tigers. I mean, they're over. They are being overlooked how good Wilmington is, but Towson's the one that's in fucking first place and beat Wilmington already this year.
Yeah. I mean, Towson looked a little shaky, when the season opened up.
Yeah. They were banged up.
Yeah. But they've been rolling now. Absolutely rolling. Next up, North Alabama takes down North Florida.
Dude, they're wild.
They are fired home. I'll watch a good chunk of this game, but didn't bet that game. I did pick that game incorrectly, but nice 13-point win by the Lions. Did you bet this?
No, I had picked North Florida. I didn't bet it. I didn't want to go against North Alabama in that building. And dude, that building, I mean, they've been lit in there this year. Fun team.
How is that place lit, but Sanford's not? That's what I'm saying. It's confusing. It's all confusing. Folks, want to tell you that the college basketball experience is brought to you by the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. Yes, we are part of it. Football is over, but NASCAR is back. Start your fucking engines. Head over to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Daytona to sign up today for their free Daytona 500 contest to be entered to win $100 cold hard cash and a $100 SGPA gift card, plus some other random bonus prizes. I've never watched a full NASCAR race in my life. And I can still tell you that free money is free money. Jump on in there. I've done a couple of these things. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/Daytona to sign up today. So do that and let it ride. We're also brought to you by Edge Boost. Yes, SGPN has partnered up with Edge Boost, the premier Visa debit card for bettors. An Edge Boost card allows you to avoid the hassle of having your card denied at the sportsbook, DFS site, sweepstakes site, racetrack, or casino. I'm telling you, man. Rest in peace to my Uncle Harvey, but I'm saying this guy, he would have been eligible. He would have got denied at like half these fucking things. Anyway, if only Edge Boost existed back then. Plus, you can earn up to $750 per month in cashback rewards for using your Edge Boost card. And your money is safe as the card is FDIC insured. And the best part is no credit checks, and it's completely free. So sign up today. Use the promo code SGPN so you get better cashback rewards and instant tier 2 status. Everyone's working on that. That's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. Once again, that's edgeboost.bet promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by mybookie.ag. Yes, MyBookie is your place to bet every single sport. There's props for every game. There's live dealer casinos, a bundle of fun. And look, MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations, even outside of the States. It's easy to deposit and lightning fast payouts using crypto. Head over to mybookie.ag. Use that promo code TCESGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Plus, they're going to give you a little $10 casino chip to get your beak wet. That's mybookie.ag, promo code TCESGPN. All right, we are back, and now we are just continuing to recap. I got a comment in the YouTube saying, you guys just said Central Connecticut State's a wagon. Why would you take Mercyhurst? And then they said like this guy's a fucking idiot or something to that extent. Because anytime a team is a double-digit favorite in the NEC, it's not sustainable. I think we made our points very valid with that. So we bet Mercyhurst. We were laughed at, Mac. Guess what? We were dead on fucking accurate. Mercyhurst loses by 10. We got it done. Ridiculous lines. In the NEC, you really can't lay that many fucking points night in and night out. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, just because you say they're a wagon doesn't mean they're going to cut. Nobody covers every single game. Like, I think some people just think that the teams are going to go 35-0. The spread is the greatest equalizer. So, yeah, when they were laying like, what was it, 13.5 tonight?
Yeah.
That's way too many.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Yeah. What a fucking ending in the Irvine game.
What just happened? I'm seeing them on the floor right now. I missed the actual shot.
Yeah. I'll tease it. Something's gonna happen.
No. I'm saying I'm seeing it after the fact.
Oh, 0.6 on the clock, inbound, unbelievable game.
Full court inbounds or what?
No. Under the hoop.
Oh, the shit talk to the camera. There we go.
Yeah, this is a fun. What a fun. That game's awesome.
And that's a lock battle win for you, by the way, that we'll get to. But Big West is the fucking best, man. It's one of the most underrated conferences. And
look at this.
I've been to a game at the Anthill. Great pass. Great fucking pass, dude.
Dude, that might be the best pass I've seen all year.
How did that not hit any of that?
Dude, that I just saw the ball. I didn't see him actually throw it. I was looking down at the computer and I looked up and I saw him catch it and tip it in. I didn't actually see the pass live. I didn't realize they were in the deep corner.
Unbelievable pass. Unbelievable fucking pass. Big West thrills continue. Next up was Eastern Kentucky, West Georgia. I had the discipline to stay away. I think you went in on West Georgia. I did pick West Georgia on the picks page, and EKU put it on them. What happened here?
West Georgia was winning for majority of the first half, and then the second half happened, and they got fucking bent over so bad. I mean, it was brutal. I was like, good God, stop it. Just take it easy on them in the second half.
Yeah. Eastern Kentucky is a dangerous fucking team, dude.
They're young.
When they are on,
yeah,
they go they're capable of winning that whole goddamn tournament, because when they get hot, man, they get fucking hot. Now they can still lose to anybody, but
remember last year they were the 1 seed and lost to Jacksonville, and that was all the veterans. And AW was on the show for the tour this year, and he talked about it. He's like, it's going to be a little bit of a transition because they're young this year, but they have found something kind of like a lot of these young teams in February. Yeah, they're unreal.
Yeah. We double locked Northeastern against Campbell, and boom, 67-58. I mean,
Northeastern's. I like Northeastern, man. I mean, I like him every year, but they are more athletic this year than they've been in the past.
It's a great statement. I mean, I like them every year, but no, I do too.
I like Bill Cohen.
He's a good coach. He's
an old school grinder. Good win. Campbell's going to struggle down the stretch without their guy.
Yeah, and I'm disappointed that you talked me off this one because I was ready to pull the trigger on this, but Disciplined Dundee showed his face here. But man, I was on the right side. Georgia State laying 4. They won by 22. Gosh, I should have bet this. I felt great inside. I felt like this was the smart play. I stayed away. I also picked Lemoyne against Wagner. I know I did not have that same conviction with that pick, but Lemoyne got it done against Wagner 72-68. No bet. And then the system double lock. Vermont 79, New Hampshire 59. The system is intact. Catamounts getting it done. Your thoughts?
Yeah, the old Catamounts. Everybody counting them out. Them and Colgate have come alive all of a sudden.
Yeah. Our special guest in a little bit here. He was talking to me today, and he said, I'm all over this Fairleigh Dickinson play tonight. Which I love the fact he was betting Fairleigh Dickinson, Chicago State. But he said, he's like, they're not just going to go into Hackensack and catch a dub. And damn, if he wasn't right, we'll get to it. I did not bet this game, but Fair Dick, woo! 42-point win against Chicago State.
Hello.
Unbelievable. That might be the best win in like fucking a decade for Fairleigh Dickinson. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I did not see that coming, to your point. I don't have much analysis. I was like, what the fuck? When the fuck is Fairleigh Dickinson ever won by this much?
Hofstra and William and Mary was a classic. William and Mary did not cover. You bet this, I believe, on Hofstra.
Yeah.
William and Mary won by 1.
Hofstra's a crook.
I stayed away from this one, but glad to see you got your win with the Pride. And then we double locked JMU against Georgia Southern. Boom. 77-72. The Dukes get it done. Shout out to Josh. Fuck those guest pickers in the chat. Enjoying Sinatra with select Jack Daniels. Woo! On the show bets. Cheers. There we go. Hey, we got a great guest booker though. But yeah, it's fun to say fuck him. It's just yeah. JMU play was easy. Easy.
They've won 6 in a row in the Sun Belt. They're quietly they may fuck around and win it again with Spradlin after Byington.
They could, man. After this, last night on the show, you locked this up. This morning, I went in on this. Disciplined Dundee showed his face, but even this morning when I was reviewing it, I was like, no, I gotta bet this. Wilmington minus the points. They win by 20. Double lock against Charleston. Get the SGPN app. Place was lit. Your thoughts on this one?
It was, man. And Wilmington, like I said, they're kind of stealing the thunder from Towson because they had the national TV game, but Siddle's won 100 games there. They have the third longest win streak or fourth longest win streak in the country. I mean, they're fucking good. If they get in and you draw them as a 13 seed, that is a dangerous fucking game. Yeah. No, you're right. You're right. And they haven't won it with him yet. They haven't won it. So I feel like I really like Wilmington to win the tournament this year. They've been knocking on the door. They go to the semis every year or the finals. I think Siddle's gonna get them over the hump this year. Sorry, Josh. I understand you now, but no, I think so too. He's talking about Detroit. My bad. He's talking about our guy. I don't mind telling my buddy go fuck himself too, right? He's talking about Zach in there that's having an aneurysm that his fucking Gonzaga pick is not going to hit. I'm in it with you, Zach. It sucks. The This is a tough collapse here.
Dude, Portland State. I didn't bet it. Disciplined Dundee, but Portland State holds Northern Arizona in their bum ass program to 46 points. The Vikings, great play, just didn't bet it. You were with me, I think, on it, right or no?
I didn't bet it.
Yeah, I didn't bet this either. That's what I'm saying. Disciplined Dundee was even Disciplined Dundee. All of his fucking plays were fire. We took Texas State against ULM. Didn't bet it. Boom. Texas State covers against ULM. We double locked Sam Houston State though.
Oh,
at the Bear Claw. 66-61 against Jacksonville State. And our guest was also on this one. Our guest coming in a little bit here was also on the Bearcats there at the Bear Claw. I mean, we were fire.
What other show gives out the team that's in last place, losers of 7 in a row, laying points at home against first place, winners of 8 in a row? You're welcome, everybody.
Let's go. And shout out to Lamar Wilkerson with a big game for the Bearcats there. This was our lemon of the night. La Tech only scores 47 points at home. Kennesaw wins by 22 at La Tech. Whew.
Dude, what the fuck is that?
Yeah, I didn't see that one coming. I did not see that one. Credit to Kennesaw. They're pretty good this year, but still,
Yeah.
I did not see that one coming.
Throw La Tech up there as biggest disappointments this year. I mean, they brought back Bacho and fucking all those other guys. They're a mediocre team in this league. I thought they would be a lot better. That really disappointing. By the way, I don't know how Sam Houston only had one league win headed into tonight.
Yeah, they're a much better team. They might be number one out of the group of 5 of underachieving for the season. La Tech might be up there too for that. By the way,
might have more talent than Jack State. I was watching. I was like, how the fuck is this the 1-win team? But yeah, La Tech really disappointing.
Yeah. Jacksonville destroyed Central Arkansas. Did not bet this game, but would have lost it had because I took Central Arkansas on the big number. Dolphins swimming there. Circle of Trust, and you only knew this if you got the SGPN app. They weren't all winners. I jumped in on Florida Gulf Coast, even though it was a stinky line. I told myself I was not going to bet this last night. This morning, I was like, no, I got to go in on this. Austin P 73, Florida Gulf Coast 60. This game needs to be investigated. Stat. Your thoughts on this one? Because we double locked this and ate shit.
Fucking Austin P's a bunch, or Gulf Coast is a bunch of bums, man. They were down like 29-11. I hate this team. Remember my fucking fake bet that I got with them against who was it, Central Arkansas? I was as a 5-point underdog at home. I was sweating every minute of that game because I'm like, if there's one fucking team to lose 20 points to CLV, it's Gulf fucking Coast. This team's a fraud. You can't trust.
Yeah. When they're on, they're good, really good though. Like they look like a team that could win. I'll call me crazy. When they're on, I think they could win an NCAA tournament game.
Oh, no doubt.
When they're off, yeah. You bet this one. I stayed away. South Dakota State 98, Omaha 85. You don't just walk into Brookings and catch that dub. I don't care how many trash cans you beat up. Empty trash can bullshit. Your thoughts on the Jackrabbits?
I know they're not. They may come back and tie this thing up. They're the best team in that league. They made a statement these last 2 games. They put 100 on the Tommies. They put 100 on Omaha. They're playing some damn good basketball headed into the stretch run. I really like the Jackrabbits in the Summit.
Yeah. I mean, we double locked and we got ridiculed in the fucking chat last night for this one. Abilene Christian 75, Seattle 59. Yeah, we might know a thing or two. Easy play on the double lock there.
That wasn't even close.
Yeah, I know. Seattle's fucking terrible on the road.
They're not even good at the crack house this year. They suck. They were supposed to be good. Them and Cal Baptist are like the disappointing teams in that league.
Yeah. Denver beat North Dakota. I know we stayed away off this, but Denver road win. Phoenix Pioneers. What happened here?
How the fuck did they win that game?
No idea. No idea. This is my luckiest play of the night, but it was one of my top plays of the night. South Alabama, double lock.
This is lucky.
In overtime, 91-82, we cash. Unbelievable. Then Tarleton State catching a big number. Was it 12? Double lock.
That line.
They almost won. This is a 1-point game with like 15 seconds left. Almost won this thing. Boom.
You gotta watch out for that team in the conference tournament just because of Gillespie's experience in just winning games at that level. So yeah, and they're young. They've gotten better through this year. So good win, Grand Canyon. But yeah.
Little Rock 79, Tennessee Tech 75. I think we covered with Tennessee Tech. Didn't bet this, but covered.
Oh, dude, they should have won. They were leading for 34, 35 minutes out of this game. Unreal. What a fun racing the OVC here.
I threw down some money on the Circle of Trust here on the Coyotes against UMKC once I was up, and that hit 79-72. Got it done. Stetson got drilled by Lipscomb. I'm glad you talked me off this because I would have bet Stetson plus the what was it, 18.5 or something. Lipscomb won by 33. Lipscomb's starting to round into form. There.
Blow my brains out for taking Stetson.
Discipline saved me, man. Discipline saved me on that. UT Martin with a surprising win, down double digits. They battle back and beat SIU Edwardsville. I'll be honest. If you told me I had to bet a few more games, I think that would have been one of them. Stayed away, thankfully. And then Southern Utah does not cover. You save by the hook when you bet Utah Tech.
This is what this game was. It was back and forth the whole night. 1-point game, 2-point game. It was a fun game.
Yes. Nice play there. I'll play your music.
Yeah.
As Utah Tech covers by the hook. Lindenwood stuck it to Morehead State. We called that correctly. Didn't bet it. But you bet this. Great pick by you. I stayed away. Western Illinois took down Southern Indiana by 25 in Macomb. Did you bet Eastern Illinois?
Yeah, they sucked. I went 1-1 in my Illinois. Probably wedged that extra EIU pick in there just because I wanted more OVC, and I like the OVC.
Yeah. You talked me off this one. I felt decent about it. Maryland 83, Nebraska 75. I picked it correct, but damn it, I didn't bet it.
Yeah, you should have bet. Maryland was a better team.
I just felt like their athletes would give Nebraska a hard time. Watch this game. This was a fun watch. North Dakota State. Oral Roberts was a good one in overtime there. That North Dakota State got it done by 6. Didn't bet that game. I think I bet
Bob Roberts. That was a sweat-free winner. Getting 13.5. They should have
won it outright. Yeah.
Hey, I want to go back real quick. I feel like we should dive into Maryland real quick. They're pretty damn good, man. Like, they got good guards. They got good bigs. I know we worry about Willard in the tournament, but they could do it this year. They could. They could go far. They could go far. Sweet 16, I think.
Yeah, they could go far this year. We double locked UC Davis as they won outright with a huge 3 with like 10 seconds left. Boom. God damn it. It's a free show. I almost bet Discipline Dundee. I almost bet UTEP. They won by 14. We should have. I can't play that music, but we should have bet that. Even my Discipline plays were off fire tonight too. You
got different categories now. You got your locks, and then you got your disciplines.
Yeah, and then I got my bullshit plays.
It's like people put their to-do list today. Hey, these are These are my locks, and these are my disciplines.
Yeah, it's true. All right, dial 1-800-PICK Dundee. We can give you if you press 555, you get the discipline plays of the night.
Those are another word for the L word.
True. Yeah, we could go there. We recovered.
Yeah, I didn't bet him. Fuck them.
By half a point. We picked it correctly.
They're still corrupt.
Memphis put it on South Florida. I didn't bet this, but I picked this game incorrectly. Memphis put it on them though. You ate shit here.
Yeah, my system finally lost. I'm 8-4 now, just blindly betting against Memphis every game in conference play. So good win, Memphis fans. They kicked USF's ass.
Then I had a lock battle win against you as the Montana Grizzlies stuck it to that bullshit Idaho State 81-68. You're getting cute. You're not gonna sweep Montana. Who the fuck is Idaho State? Your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean they got it down to 4, but they kind of got drilled in the first half. They were down like 19. Thought they might steal late, but yeah, Montana, good win at home. The Grizz.
Yeah. The Flamin' Libs go into Las Cruces, win by 10. Glad I stayed away because I would have taken New Mexico State. Great win for the Flamin' Libs.
They're good, man.
Yeah, they're coming into form too. I feel like they're playing much better. We ate shit with Bakersfield. San Diego is nasty, man. You see San Diego, they don't fuck around, man. They got right out fucking them up.
You know what it is? They're on the bubble and they're not fucking around in these games. They're padding their stats. We got to win by 20 plus in all these fucking games.
Yeah. Then we double locked this team. This is what's great. We double locked this team getting 13.5 points. They won on the money line. Kiss your outright bid goodbye because Oregon State just got their ass whooped by Portland. We double locked it. Free show, folks.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Come on, Oregon. Like I know we bet Portland, but Jesus Christ,
you can't lose this game. You cannot lose this fucking game.
Fucking Portland? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, that's bad.
Speaking of, you can't lose this game. Loyola Marymount lost by almost 30 points to Pacific at home today. We took Pacific. We got this right, but that's you might deserve to be fired for that loss.
I mean, how do you get
an 8-win team comes into your place and wins by 30 points or 28, whatever the fuck the final number was.
That's like UNLV with Air Force last year. Maybe not as bad, but in terms of the opponent, but still, come on. I don't get teams that lose by 30 at home.
I should have battled you on this because I was prepared to bet Northern Colorado, but you talked me off it when you took Sac State. But Northern Colorado wins by 16. God, what am I doing? Should have bet this.
That one stunk.
I should have bet this. We double lock Cal Poly as they took down Fullerton by 15. Fullerton's awful. Then you had my play of San Diego covered. Didn't bet it. But they actually came back and made this a game. But Pepperdine still wins 88-81 against the Toreros. And then you win a lock battle as Irvine hits a game winner against Santa Barbara. That was kind of a foolish lock by me in hindsight. Then we did eat shit on Gonzaga. So lost those two.
Zags don't fuck, dude. Like that's a game that they fucking blow the fuck out in the past. They've been underwhelming this year.
Yeah.
I don't that 9-year streak of going to Sweet 16s is in big time jeopardy.
Yeah. I don't know about them, dude. I don't know about them.
They don't defend.
Yeah.
They don't defend. It's like I don't know if they're just like trying to think that they can turn it on, but last year at this point is when they started turning it on, like a week ago.
Incredible stat right there by Virgil. That's true.
I know. The Dons have covered like 5 in a row though in the kennel. I felt like that they were finally going to get drilled. It wasn't.
We are sweating out Long Beach, which looked like they were live on the money line because I actually sprinkled the money line a little bit, but I took the points as a large wager.
They're so fucking bad. Like
only up, or they're only down 9 right now, so they are covering, but they haven't scored in a while.
They're a pain to watch. Like,
yeah.
I'm just like, come on, just lose by 9 and give us this win. God, this team sucks ass.
Yeah, let's get to the game balls. But before I do that, I do want to let you know that the college basketball experience is brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Yes, sign up. And when you do, sign up with that promo code TCESGPN they got everything. You can find edges you can't find elsewhere. College hoops, NHL, NBA, CFL, UFL, the MMA, NASCAR, everything. Sign up. And when you do, use that promo code TCESGPN to claim your special pick plus first time deposit offer up to $1,000 in bonus cash. UnderdogFantasy.com promo code TCESGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Yes, SGPN's proud partner Rhythm is the #1 AI-powered sports betting platform that helps provide bettors of all levels the ability to build custom predictive betting models in seconds. Look, you can sit back and copy one of the top performing models from the leaderboard. I do believe you can make money that way. But me, I like to build my own model, and then Rhythm will adjust around what I like. They got everything: college hoops, NBA, MLB. So claim your free 7-day trial period today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That's RITHMM. That's sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. Shout out to 357 NC Nick. What happened to NC Nick Monday shows? We're trying to get him back. He had a business trip thing there last week. It almost happened last week. It'll happen sometime soon. Yeah, I mean, it's nothing. There's nothing. It just hasn't worked out, but it will. It will. Game balls, man. Let's get to it. Where are you going? Top game ball.
Oh man, a lot of candidates. Sam Houston. Let's go. Get in the win column. Show some pride. Like you said, man, we think this team's better than their record. But hey, a nice win over the first place Gamecocks tonight.
NCANT and my guy Terrell Furman Jr.
Incredible.
Huge win. Double-digit dog. You get it out right. Let's go. Yeah, game ball. Where are you going with your second one?
Portland, little brother beating Oregon State.
Yeah, that one. You can't lose that game, Tinkle. Here we thought Tinkle's team.
We talked ourselves into it, and then he fucking gets drilled by St. Mary's, and then, oh my god,
that's another 8-win team. Both these 8-win teams, Pacific and Portland, doing it. I'm gonna go. I don't know if that deserves it. Give me UC Davis. Riverside, I thought had kind of looked like I kind of was sold on them being for sure the third best team in the Big West. They still may be, but I don't know. Santa Barbara looked pretty good tonight. So huge win for Jim Less and company. Where are you going with your second or your third game ball?
I'll go Pacific. I mean, they go in there, win by fucking 30. That's incredible.
That's ridiculous. I'm serious. LMU should consider moving on after you can't lose by 30 at home too. That's just a horrible, horrible loss. What should we go with as the final game ball here? Let's go with the likes of I'm gonna say the Flamin' Libs. Go way out. Like, that's not an easy trip. I know it's in conference, but you're going from Virginia to Las Cruces, New Mexico. Got to fly into Albuquerque, or no, I guess you fly into El Paso. Take a 45-minute bus probably from there to Las Cruces, but it's a tough place to win historically. That's a great program over the years. Go back and do a deep dive on that program since the 60s. They don't lose much. All right, they don't lose much. So you're going out there, getting that dub, big win for them. All right. We got tomorrow's action, but before we're waiting. We got to kill a minute or two. Hawaii up by 6 right now. At least Long Beach has battled back some. I look at this slate of what is it, like 16 games tomorrow, and I can't help but think, why the fuck is there not a day game?
Should be 25 games.
I know.
They need to get to 25. Like, why is it so fucking hard?
And like, how do you not give us better matchups? How do you not give us better matchups? Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. We got to kill a little bit of time here for our guest. He's always late arriving, but how about Saturday slate? You seen Saturday slate?
Oh yeah. We got here. I'll just give you a couple more. Well, I heard somebody say this, and this could be true. The first of 4, Alabama, Auburn. Could they play 4 times this year? Probably not, but I mean, theoretically they could. Big 12, Houston, Arizona, going out there to Tucson.
Yeah.
What else we got?
I mean, I think those. Hold on. Someone was complaining about this, and I thought it was great. Was the fact that the ESPN has a 2-hour time slot for Houston, Arizona, and then goes into Alabama, Auburn. There's no way that you're gonna have but they're gonna have to watch it on ESPN Plus or something. Luckily, I have more than one TV, but for some people, I know that it could be a pain in the ass. So,
and Arkansas, Texas A&M's at 12. That game isn't going to be a 2-hour game because Texas A&M fouls 50 times a game, and that'll be a 2.5-hour game. So Arizona and Houston will get pushed back, which means, they got to stop. They got to make 2.5 hours. Like, this shit ain't that fucking hard.
Yeah. All right, let's get to our Friday picks. 16 game slate, and you better believe we're bringing the heat for this Friday. I am honored to bring on a friend of mine, and just a all around. He cashed on Fairleigh Dickinson today. All right, he says you don't walk into Hackensack and get that dub. He is the host of this podcast right here, the Bottom Line Bombs podcast, which you need to be subscribed to. I think it's one of the funniest. They talk anything sports year round. One of the funniest podcasts out there. He's also, I believe, in the great state of Pennsylvania this weekend, if I heard correctly, in Pittsburgh, doing some stand-up comedy. Give it up for the great CJ Sullivan. How are you, brother?
What's up, fellas? Good to be here on the hottest chat room in the country here. I was in watching it in. Got to be here on Discipline Dundee Thursday. Moneyline Mac. Unbelievable. This is incredible. Yeah, you had to bring it up. I am in Eat Shit Pittsburgh this weekend there.
Where are you at, Pittsburgh? What days? The chat wants to know. They might make the drive out from Morgantown, since I know we don't have any Pitt fans in here because Max scared them off years ago.
I scared him off, not fucking losing 7 out of 9. Fucking fraud Jeff Capel has.
Where are you at, man?
I'll be at the Improv out there, right where Jay Leno fell down that hill. I want to be chugging with the guy there. I want to try to see if I can get better luck walking to the club than he did. And I, for one, believe his story. They said, well, he maybe had a gambling debt. First of all, he's got $1 billion and 1 billion cars, but also old people fall down a lot. That just happens. And especially out there in this beautiful country of ours where there are no sidewalks. So, but I'll be out there, but it doesn't matter because I'm here now to go down some beautiful Friday Ivy League winners.
Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, my dad is 76 years old, and like he's got this old school, mentality. Well, no, dude, I'm sitting there on the computer at his house the other day, and he's getting up from the couch, and he falls back down on the couch, but he made it look like he forgot his wallet. I go, damn, dude, what's wrong with you, man? Right? And he's like, I forgot my wallet, because they don't want to show that they're slipping. At least like the older generation. My dad's like, no, I forgot my wallet. I'm like, dude, I just saw you eat shit. But yeah, old people fall down. And yeah, I mean, go check out the show, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If you're in Morgantown, what is that? 45 minutes? Come on, Mac. I mean,
absolutely. Are you in Morgantown, Mac? Come on.
I'm in Richmond. But if you are in Morgantown, it's only an hour and change away.
I mean, we would go when I went to Duquesne. We'd go to West Virginia every Sunday to get our Everclear alcohol, and whenever everyone else was open those days, and get yourself some moonshine. You kidding?
I used to hit the Charlestown racetrack.
Yeah, hit the Charlestown racetrack. Hit Hardee's on the way back.
You remember the Golden Horseshoe? Been there?
Of course, I've been to the Golden Horse.
Is that still there? Is that still there? Anyone know about that place?
I haven't let Moneyline tell you about that.
Charlestown's fun, man. Harper's Ferry, that's a good area.
100%.
Yeah, I used to go up there back when you were 18. You were like, you're not gonna ID me. Go up to the Golden Horseshoe. You can see some scattered ass. Have a good old time.
Scattered ass. I used to be that strip club we used to go to.
There we go. You know what I'm talking about. Don't make a mistake. Don't go on a weekday. You see those toothless strippers. You know what I mean? They'll be dancing and a tooth just pops out.
They call that a tooth for one special over there.
Here we go. Let's get to it. We got games. The Bet Detective, you were on Fairleigh Dickinson tonight. You were on Sam Houston State. I know, right?
Fairleigh Dickinson was a cigar piece. Sam Houston State, as you guys would say, was your Courtney Love special. I was like, I'm out of principle. I'm doing this dead last place laying 2.5, and that moved their way, right? Wasn't that?
It went their way. Yeah.
I didn't even think twice about that. And I did, and I tailed you on your South Alabama easy working overtime.
Got a bit lucky there, but yeah, dude, I had 20. And now I think it's 20. So currently sweating out Long Beach State as they're down 12. Currently not covering, but was 17-6 today. ATS
Incredible.
On my lock. 17-6. I know Mac was over 10 games as well, so we were fire. Hopefully, we can carry that on to Friday, as we have a bunch of fucking Ivy League games.
Is this a discipline day?
Discipline? No way. This is free for all Friday.
Yeah, free for all Friday. We buy into that here. Let me see if I can fix this.
This is free roll Friday because of the discipline you accumulated on Thursday with that bankroll, and now you get the free roll. Now we could play it. We're playing every one of these.
Yeah. So you got Columbia.
Yeah.
Who at one point was the talk of New York City, I hear.
Sure.
They're still 12-8. That's a good season by Columbia standards. They're heading into Hanover, New Hampshire. Take on fucking Dartmouth. Dartmouth is laying 1.5. Dartmouth won the last matchup on February 1st by 6. You don't just walk into the Edward Leday Center.
Now they shot 16 threes in that game, if I recall. I remember I was on that game. They were 58% in the first half. Columbia was like 29%. They came back on them. To make it close, they were getting ran up, but 16 of 24 from 3. I'm looking at it right now. What's that last game?
Yeah, that's why I'll take them again. I think they'll be I think they'll be that hot again. All fucking right. Dartmouth. And the real thing that stands out to me is Dartmouth 128th in defensive rating. Meanwhile, Columbia sitting back there at 228. So they like to give you the 3. They like to give you that 3.
Yeah.
Are you on these Columbia Lions, Bet Detective?
I like a revenge spot, a little home and home kind of a way. Just that shooting percentage is pretty crazy to handle. But Dartmouth is a better team for sure. But I don't know. Brian Cornish is that the star player there. I like. It's a tough game. I'll take Columbia on a revenge spot. Why not?
Mac, who you siding with here?
I'll fade Columbia off their first league win. Give me Dartmouth.
All right.
There we go. Battle in Hanover.
Yeah, that's not a lock. Don't put me down for the L word. I don't want the music.
I'll lock it. It's the first game.
You lock it up.
Yeah, stand alone. Let's go.
Come on, Mac, lock it up.
Yes.
Fucking Dartmouth. I'll stay away personally. It's a little.
Whoa, you can stay. I didn't know that was an option. I come out here. I can come out. Well, I was going to stay away my first game. I came out here in the first time.
All right, let's do battle then. We're betting this.
I didn't know you can stay away. I didn't know that was an option. What are we even doing this?
No,
for?
I'm taking Dartmouth. I'm just saying I'm not locking it. I'm not locking it. I'm not betting it. But
stay away is not a lock. All right.
This is a Friday. You got to bet it.
It's free roll Friday.
All right, fuck off. I'm going in. I'm going in then. and you're going in then, Bet Detective. All right?
Discipline Dartmouth. All right, give me the money line too. What do we got? Plus 105?
With the fucking a frown on your face at this goddamn show.
Yeah, I'm going with Permani money thanks to Columbia.
Permani.
We got a battle at Hanover. The Bet Detective on the Lions. Dundee Mac on fucking Dartmouth. moving along. Mount St. Mary's is heading into Lewiston, New York. Take on Niagara Falls and the Purple Eagles. Niagara is laying 2.5. I'm seeing currently. I know the slide says 1.5. I'm seeing 2.5 currently at the Gallagher Center. Mount St. Mary's won by 6 back on January 5th. I mean, I don't understand this line, Mac. I know it stinks. I think Mount St. Mary's is a far superior team. So I will take Mount St. Mary's with the plus 2.5. I might as well take that money line plus 115, but it stinks a little bit, Mac. What do you make of this line? What are you doing here?
Yeah, I mean the Mountain is definitely the better team, but Niagara, why are they laying points at home? They did play earlier this week, so it's kind of a short turn.
Yeah,
I think the line's telling. Give me Niagara.
Yeah, the line is very stinky here.
Now they played before and they won that one 68-62 at Knott Arena.
Oh yeah.
Let's go, baby.
They were down at halftime though on that one. I remember they had a couple big 10-0 runs. I remember to come that back. They were down 11. Was that at halftime? Then they made it the second half.
Look at this guy. The bet detective. He's always watching these, MAAAC games.
Well, as all the C-generates know, I bring the paper and the passion. People are asking in the chat room if I have the clipboard out. The clipboard is in the back here for. That's when the plans go array. That's when the clipboard comes out. But I can keep an eye on this Mount St. Mary team. I like him. Dallas Hobbs has kind of found his groove for them. I think he's coming in recent form, turning around. So I think the wrong team's favorite here.
Let's go. Mount St. Mary's. We got another battle. We're just off to a great start. Bet detective and Dundee on the mount. Mac on these Purple Eagles. All right, next up we got Cornell heading to Boston to take on Harvard. Cornell, fresh off that ass whooping. We were on Cornell the other day. Yale is just destroying everybody in the Ivy League this year.
Yeah.
As you'll see in a second here with their line on their upcoming game. But you're sitting here thinking Cornell revenge spot on the road. Harvard has been a disappointment for Tommy Amaker's bunch. Just a terrible season for them. But could they get up at home here? It's somewhat of a rivalry game. Cornell won by 15 back on February 1st. So fresh turnaround. Played just 2 weeks ago. I'm not buying in. I will. You could say this line stinks if you want, but I just can't do it here. Give me Cornell minus the points. Harvard's just been terrible. Clark's in the chat. Shout out to Clark. He's saying Harvard's going to cover this game. Cornell's 7-2 on the road. They travel well. It's just Yale fucked them up. I think that's the real story. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm taking Harvard. They've played 4 straight road games. I'm looking at their fucking schedule. They've only played 2 league games at home. What kind of fucking rigged league is this? Let's get this bullshit league. Give me Harvard. Let's go. I'll take a home dog here.
All right. Moneyline Mac taking the 6.5 in Harvard. Bet detective, what are you doing here?
I don't mind Harvard here. They're getting healthy. That's for sure, but they're not fully healthy yet. They're getting a little better. Cornell is they're just so fast. I mean, they just fly. I mean, they fly. That's why, the 5, 6.5, these are numbers.
Top 30 team in pace.
Yeah, I'm not worried about them at all. They have 7 guys who score double digits. I mean, they just come at you, and I think they're going to run Harvard out again. They just won by 15. I don't see why they won't win.
Let's fucking go. We got battles happening. You'll be so sick of this music by the end of this goddamn show. Cornell.
My goal is to know what the hell it means by the end of the show. What the song means. And I know it's a battle. It's a battle. But is there a lock battle too? That's a different song, or is that the?
No, that's a lock battle because we're locking. We're betting all this shit. We're
all betting. We're all betting. Yeah. So we're playing the Rygar.
You can tell us your C-generate specials.
All right.
At the very end, we do our best bets.
All right, I'll give a best bets at the end. But anyway, lock up the Rygar. What is that? Rygar? Tecmo? What game are you playing there?
No, it's Tecmo Super Bowl. Tecmo Super Bowl. Let's go.
I just want to say Rygar.
I'm a bit of a legend. Where the hell's my my medallion that I won in Pomona, California?
You want a Tecmo Bowl medallion?
Well, so first I've been in 2 Tecmo Super Bowl tournaments. One of them was by accident. One of them was planned.
Yeah.
One of them was I happened to be in a bar in Hollywood on La Cienega. Well, I just stopped by for a drink and realized there was a Tecmo Super Bowl tournament going on. And then I dominated my way all the way to the championship game, and I collapsed in the championship game. But then there was through the people that flew out from around the world, believe it or not, that I met there. Met some people from like Wisconsin and fucking Chicago and Pittsburgh that had gone to that. They plugged me into. They're coming back out to Pomona for some gigantic fucking tournament at like the Pomona Fairgrounds. So me and Patty C went. Of course, we drank a shit ton of Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
And I was definitely the only I would say we were the only ones that were very intoxicated. But one of my favorite moments was there was like a 17-year-old like Asian kid who had clearly was not that familiar with Tecmo Super Bowl, but very, very familiar with video games. Because he was battling. He did the there was like this was like a big ass venue. So like there was a Mario Kart tournament too, and he was pretty good, I think, in that. I didn't play that, but he did battle me. And when I called the same running play, I think it was like 19 times in a row, he picked up his lunchbox and threw it against the wall. The guy had in the middle of the game, he said he needed a break, and he fucking opened up his lunchbox and had a fucking sandwich. And the game plan didn't work because I ran the same exact play about 100 times. It was absolutely fantastic. Man.
Was this Fred Savage with the power glove? I think I saw this movie. Right? So
guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
What movie was that? I know what you're talking about.
That was in display, the power glove. They came out there.
What'd you do when he threw his lunchbox? You start talking shit to him?
No, he was super pissed off. Threw his lunch. It's broke against the wall. Yeah. Patty C started laughing. And then I think I said, "You can't stop my fucking run attack, dude." Right. And then I proceeded to call the same exact running play. Dude, you get to that game. If you play it against like real
Why
people,
wouldn't he pick your play? There's only 8 plays you can pick from, right?
Well, I'm kind of creative, man. Like
did you do the old pillow over the controller so he couldn't see that technique?
I will say you do a little hide behind the knee, but
do a little dip, and you kind of like emphasize this is going to go being up, but you're really going down. Screwball technique.
And I'm guessing he was 17. He could have been 19 or 20. I can't tell age anymore, but I will say
he was
this:
definitely on the spectrum. If he brought a lunchbox with him.
Oh yeah.
The Wizard, by the way, is the name of that movie. As a
The Wizard, yeah, right. Yes.
Capri Sun, a little ham sandwich at Capri Sun.
And you could tell Patty C kept bringing me shots because Patty C got eliminated early, and I just kept dominating, right? And Patty C kept bringing me shots. You could tell this kid was like, he'd never seen a drunken fucking crazy person like me, where I was just like, yeah, there we go, another touchdown, give me another J-Bo.
Yeah,
right?
we're not snorting pixie sticks over here, pal.
But it was, so when you get to the level of really knowing Tecmo Super Bowl,
no,
if you run out of it's a lot like chess. I say that, and I think people think it's like I'm ridiculous, but it really is, because I run all my entire offense out of the same set. So normally you can play pick and know, okay, from ahead of time, you can pick your defender based on the formation that you're running.
I understand. I'm not a noob to Super Tecmo Bowl. I understand you do the run and shoot, and so you know every.
No, I don't do that run and shoot bullshit. I go classic I form,
classic pro form.
Bring them in motion, confuse the fuck out of them, and then just old fullback dive. Fullback dive.
I can see you cheating, playing Reggie White at nose guard, blowing up every single play. You got to call those off. Then they
that was more so Tecmo Bowl. Super Bowl, it was harder to achieve that, but
Super, you can do the nosedive and run at it. Tecmo Bowl, you could be like LT.
Tecmo Bowl was not as good as a game. I mean, it was a good game. It was a classic at the time.
You only had 4 plays. You only had 4 plays.
Yeah.
And then you had to roll the dice if your Colts had Eric Dickerson or not, or if you had Bentley. That'd be always
Albert Bentley.
Yeah,
the old Miami Hurricane. Yes,
he was definitely the Temu Eric Dickerson though.
Yeah. So I made a kid cry. He went home, and I won a championship. Of course, they gave me it was like $200 and a fucking medallion. I have a medallion that says Tecmo Super Bowl champ somewhere around.
Did $200 cover your tab? Or were you guys like Blues Brothers and you had to get out of Dodge?
Well, that's the part that was that's the part that was disappointing.
You had the car running.
That's the part that was disappointing. The one that was in Hollywood was like a G.
Yeah.
You go out to this big Pomona Fairgrounds, but the problem is there was like 10 tournaments going on, like Mortal Kombat. So the pot wasn't as big. You win one of these, you're like, wait, $200. Hell, that LA gas, that's what it costs to get out to Pomona.
The best part is Patty C getting eliminated in the round of 64 and just getting fucking hammered.
Yeah, hammered.
I think I have a photo of him somewhere on my phone of him. By the time I was done, he was passed out on the couch asleep. It was fucking fantastic.
The real Nigerian nightmare, not in excellent condition, in poor condition.
Oh man, good times, man. If you haven't, let me know on these. I need to be in that's the problem, is I need to be in the know of like where these tournaments are. I don't.
That's the problem. Oh, sorry, honey. You gotta look after the baby for a while. I gotta head out to this.
Yeah, they didn't tell me about I didn't. They're like, you can join our Slack, and I never have. But
Slack.
I'm there, and
get in the Tecmo Slack.
You're not even on the SCPN Slack.
Tecmo Slack for adults.
Hey, shout out to Fernando giving us $5. More Bet Detective appearances. You hear that?
Love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's go. Next up, Merrimack is taking on Manhattan. The Jaspers in the Bronx. A rumble in the Bronx here. Merrimack's lay at 1.5. I think the Jaspers are in a good spot to catch these Warriors. I kind of think Merrimack is one of the better teams, in the conference, but Manhattan 11-10. They lost by 7 at Merrimack back on January 12th. I'm going to ride Manhattan to win this game outright. Now, I don't love this play. I'll say this is one of the trickier, I definitely like Cornell a lot better than this. Mac, what are you doing here in the Bronx?
You know me, man. I love taking Gallagher, especially at home. Home dog here. I think Manhattan's Live is going to win this game. So, what's Merrimack's record in the MAAC? 11-2. That'd be 11-3. Let's go, Manhattan.
Yeah,
I'm with you.
I'm with you in the Bronx that Friday night. Let's go.
You think of that logo, Bet Detective, the old
I just like how
Manhattan logo.
I just like how Manhattan is in the Bronx.
Yeah,
what are we doing here?
I was taken back by that. Was that always the case?
Well, I mean, the way Renda is, the Bronx basically is Manhattan now. The way the Renda is everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, it was confusing though when I started doing these slides. I was like, wait a second, they're in the Bronx. So I thought, what's going on here?
I see the logo. The logo kind of looks like an umbrella. It also looks phallic, but it looks like one of those British umbrellas, kind of. You know what I mean? With the handle there, like the one wood handle. But then, of course, it's very phallic. It's very eruption. But
Jaspers, let's go.
It's a J for sure.
There we go. Shout out to 357 giving us $20. He grew up in the Chicago area as a teenager in the 90s. I want all 3 of your opinions on Jordan versus LeBron as the best player of all time. I vote Jordan by a landslide. Surprise. You also think Dick is the greatest coach, I bet, huh? But the game has changed so much with 3-pointers and no defense. I'm in agreement with you, 357. I think.
Listen, I vote Jordan, but not for those reasons. I'll say that. The no defense is a myth. I mean, yeah, you can hand check and stuff, but you could look at some of those 80 highlights too. I mean, they are, first of all, they're just not the athletes that they are today. And you look at some of those Celtics teams, they're like 142 to 160. They are doing
the Western Conference.
They're barely breathing.
Was very terrible. Like, Paul Westhead was coach of the Nuggets and the Lakers, right, at different times there.
Yeah, and let's not forget that one cheese ball line year when they brought the 3-point line in. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Joke. The NBA's a joke when it comes to traditions.
It's horrible.
It's insane.
He 357. You know what this crowd was going to answer. And Jordan would average 50 in today's game, where there is no defensive 3 seconds. So when Jordan played, there was a fat guy right in the middle.
Yeah, 3 seconds is the biggest thing. Is the biggest thing to do. I remember when there was an offensive 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Get the hell out! Get that center out of there. You couldn't be an offensive 3 seconds.
But also they did try.
They did try, but the difference that separates it all is Michael Jordan is a sociopath, and he was absolutely he's a legit lunatic.
It's good he chose basketball because he's basically he had Charles Manson written all over him if he had gone a different route.
He was a good basketball player. He'd be an actual killer. See, LeBron James has human qualities to him, and that just holds him back.
The product was so much fucking better back then, man. It's just it was just a better product.
Less teams for sure, so made less players.
I wrote an article during COVID, Bet Detective, that the NBA should delete half their teams in the league would be great again.
Yeah,
I really believe that. Like you had like great players coming off the bench and stuff.
Well,
and back then you had no free agency, so like you could actually hang on to your players.
Yeah, the problem was those Charlotte Hornets starter jackets were so fire that we just wanted to keep adding teams. We're like, God damn, this merch is so good, and it keeps selling. Like Larry Johnson, Grandma Mon, Alonzo,
that was
Bobby Phillips. R.I.P. I mean, it was just. I mean, those Hornets were amazing, so we just kept adding teams, and none of them really worked out. The damn Vancouver Grizzlies.
That one was a stretch. That was a stretch there, but
Big Country. I bet Big Country would have been a big star on this show here if this show was around.
You're goddamn right. Big Country. I mean, God bless I always say God bless the 80s and 90s, and even a little bit of the early 2000s, because these big white centers. Chris Deldy got like an $80 million contract. It's like guy couldn't score in a gym by himself. Right,
deserved every nickel. I love
like the big white men of the 80s and 90s. They owe like, I almost think it was like some secret society shit. Like Will Perdue cashed in. All these people cashed in. Luke Longley got a big payday. Like,
whoa! I'm not here for any Luke Longley slander. Are you kidding me?
That's not slander. I'm saying he had a good agent. David Falk was
agent. Good.
Yeah. Not really.
Too bad Jordan couldn't squeeze him in that 10-hour documentary about the 90s Bulls teams, though. The starting center for 3 of those championships.
Self-produced documentary.
There's actually a
Madsen.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, of course,
dude, I'm telling you, Felton Spencer cashed in. I was a Washington Bullets fan, so you had them just give a bunch of money to Kevin Duckworth. You know what I mean? Like it's some of the, I'm telling you, we could do a 30 for 30 on the amount of big men that cashed in off this. The Sonics had Jerome James. He wasn't as much of he was like a 4, but you could be really shitty as long as you were tall.
Jerome Kersey was more my style than Jerome.
Oh yeah. We talk about Jerome a lot on this show, being a Longwood grad and all, but
what about Mark Eaton?
Here's another one cashed. That's what I'm saying, dude. There's a lot. Lot. Matt Geiger, who was actually like he actually had some skill, but he cashed in way. Like
Matt Geiger, the Tiger. Oh, did he cash in? He had a roller coaster. He had a Ferris wheel and a roller coaster in his place in Florida.
George Mirasan.
Oh, I mean, we had the Bullets had someone named Susan O'Malley that ran the. She would just go with these fucking gimmicks. She would go with these gimmicks. Clearly had no interest in building a winner. They're like, what if we draft Muggsy Bogues and Manute Bol in the same draft? We have the shortest player and we have the tallest player. It's like the goddamn circus.
He was like Bill Veeck. The White Sox. Let's put a midget at the plate.
And then she's like, what if we get the Fab Five? Right. And I talk about this because we had Jimmy King, we had Juwan Howard, Jimmy King, and Weber at the same time. Well, Jimmy King didn't make the team, but we tried and like ticket sales in the preseason and shit.
Howard and Rasheed Wallace. She just kept adding she kept adding 4s.
Oh yeah. Well, and just horrible trades too.
And you kept the worst one. You got rid of Rasheed and Weber and kept Juwan Howard.
And we'll trade Rasheed Wallace for Harvey Grant
and Ben Wallace. They let Ben Wallace go too.
For Ike Austin's fat ass, right? He was fat as fuck at the time. And no, but one of my favorites, I talk about this all the time, if you hang out with me, was in 93. And I believe this to still be accurate. Non-European, the last NBA team to start 5 white guys. And I believe they did it on purpose because I could see Susan O'Malley being like, you know what? We're not hitting our white audience. What if we start 5 white people?
Wow.
Right? And I guarantee you everyone else is probably like, this is a bad idea. It's like, think about this. We can get a top lottery pick. We start 5 white people. We'll bring in the whites from the suburbs. I
don't mind it. I mean, you know, you had John Thompson in town and his slap in the face all throughout the 80s. Not having one white guy on his Georgetown bench.
Nah, he had one like on like number like the 14th man.
I mean, it took him 15 years to get one. I mean,
get some diversity in DC.
Yeah,
can
you put a tutor around there or something? Jesus.
They're like, oh, we like, and Georgetown probably would have beat that Bullets team by 30 points, but but they're like, we got segregated basketball in the city. Segregated basketball in the city. So as far as I remember it, it was at one point we had Scott Skiles, who you wouldn't know was white, because that dude
he scored 50 in one. He scored 50 in a game.
He was a bad.
You didn't. He somehow, some way. But Skiles at one point it was Mark Price and Brent. That's another thing she did. She's like, what if we get Brent Price and Mark Price? We got the brothers. We got the brothers. But then at the 2 was Rex Chapman, who was always entertaining. Played zero defense, but always entertaining.
At Pete Gillen.
At the 3, we had Don McLean. Remember old Don McLean? He's calling games in Westwood these days. And then Tom Gugliotta at the 4. And at the 5, and this is I'll end it with this because he cashed in big time.
Jeff Ruland.
No, but Jeff Ruland was that was a henchman.
He was a bullet center.
All-star though. He had a little bit of skills. Jim McIlvain, who the Sonics gave a big ass contract to, former Marquette.
Speaking of bad
Golden
knees.
Eagle. Yeah, dude. I remember going to a game. My dad wouldn't get like we would barely ever go to a Bullets game. We've been to a couple as kids, but he would wait till like April when the tickets were shit because they weren't in the playoffs. So we go to a game, and I remember just being like, this is the worst team. This has got to be the worst team in NBA history. Like I remember showing up there and seeing them, and I was like, there's just zero athleticism. I'm like a 10-year-old at the time. And I know that this is the worst team in NBA history. Just no athleticism anywhere on that fucking team. 5 white guys. I think it's the last time it's ever been done.
All glass, as we said, like the Army-Navy game this weekend. All glass, behind the back passes or technical fouls. A lot of hair pomade, set shots.
Susan O'Malley. She should be in politics with those fucking marketing things.
Hey,
all right,
Army-Navy. They should play Army-Navy tomorrow, man. They should put that shit on ESPN. Army-Navy. They fucked that up, bearing that on Saturday.
No, that should be nationally televised.
Yeah.
Should be nationally televised. Like as far as like mainly Fox or CBS or something. Moving along.
Yeah, play it at Mar-a-Lago.
Trump do the coin toss.
Of course.
Ryder is in New Rochelle, New York, taking on Iona. Love this logo for Iona.
I love Canva Colby too, by the way.
Look at you. I'm in the
you
streets.
are doing all of the design. That's incredible.
Don't you try to come in on our joint account here and box me out. I'll be super pissed off. Beanick knows. Iona
I could use her at once.
Iona is laying 6.5.
Okay.
Against the moving company known as Ryder. I know CJ Sullivan, you're a New Jersey guy through and through.
Yeah, I ain't know. Although the Gales came after me hard to play football, but I like Ryder. I'm a Jersey guy through and through. This Ryder team's tough to beat too. I mean, what are they getting in this? 7, 6.5?
6.5. I'm seeing. Where's Ryder? You been to Ryder's campus, Bet Detective?
I've been to Ryder's campus, did the college tour. Yeah, they're more of Central Jersey, kind of like in the Central South Jersey. I think maybe Essex County. I don't know. Jersey's all counties. You had to learn counties growing up there. It's like Ireland. But yes, but Ryder's tough. They're 7-2 against the spread the last 9 games. You know, they're not easy to beat. They got the better up. They beat Iona, right? Did they play their second game?
Beat them by 6 on January 23rd.
Yeah, a little while ago. They out-rebounded in that game.
They lost. They lost by 6.
Iona? No, I said Iona won by. Oh, did you say Ryder?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was my joke. I said it was a 6-point game now, and
I got you. They just phoned it in on the spread.
Yeah. A lot of creativity here.
I think we take Ryder. I think we ride Ryder.
Yeah, I like Ryder. Tobin's off 3 straight wins, and I like fading him as a bigger favorite for sure.
Yeah.
We'll do this for Peter.
Yeah, and Iona at home is nothing special either. So there's a lot of points to be taken with Ryder.
Triple lock on the moving company. Friends through
Fraternity, loyalty, honesty will stay together through thick or thin. Friends forever will be together. We're up top 'cause we play to win.
All right. Next up.
By the way, I want a printout of this chat afterwards. It's just a list of white basketball players.
Put it on your wall in your room.
Yeah, right. It should be on a government. It should be on a government list at least.
Someone was in there saying, someone's in there like Scott Skiles was great at doing cocaine. How does anyone know that he get busted for coke? I don't remember him getting busted for coke. Right?
Skiles,
Yeah.
Chapman had a drug problem, didn't he? I mean,
that's the best part about the NBA in the 70s and 80s was everyone was just fucking loaded on fucking cocaine. We need to go back to those days.
Skiles has the look of a coke. I mean, he's got that coke stare in him for sure, and he's got that like.
Doesn't he have like 10 kids from like 8 different women too?
Scott Skiles?
I think he does. Someone should Google that right now. We don't have Beanick here.
Yeah, I need a Skiles 30 for 30.
I think he did. Let's move along because Penn is catching 17 and a half at Yale. Look at this old Yale logo I found.
That's beautiful.
I mean,
17
and a half fucking points. But I will say this. You guys remember when Yale was in the NCAA tournament last year? We're in Vegas.
Sure do.
And we saw this guy in the crowd. Oh boy. I mean,
he did not deserve the win, but Yale got that W.
Oh man, Bet Detective, what do we got to get you? What would it take for you to wear one of these sweaters and go to a Yale basketball game?
I know. What is that? It's like a preppy talking heads thing there. Or it's like this giant sweater. Oh my god. Yeah, no, I would not be wearing that. It does look warm though. It looks itchy.
It's like that scene in Cliffhanger when he breaks into like a historical place.
Yeah.
And they have like a sweater from like the 1700s.
Right.
And Stallone puts it on and it keeps him warm. Big fan of Cliffhanger, my favorite snow movie.
Cliffhanger's a fantastic movie. I was going to say it looks like more like DiCaprio sleeping inside of a polar bear than Reverence or something like that. I think it's an actual animal he's inside of.
Just off the top of your head, Bet Detective, your favorite snow movie. I categorize snow movies as
Dr. Zhivago is a big snow movie.
Die Hard 2 counts as a snow movie.
Of course, Die Hard 2 does. Yeah,
Die Hard did everything.
Empire Strikes Back easily.
Oh, there we go. Good answer. Favorite snow movie. Let us know if you're in the chat or on Twitter. I shout out to everyone to let us know their favorite cereals the other night. But
what was the popular one in that one?
Well, I'll be honest. Once the Mr. T broke out, once the Mr. T cereal broke out, I kind of think that took over. But we had a discussion. Noah Beanick thought his roommate was a savage for having cereal at night, which I'm like, wait a second. I think I have cereal at night more than I do in the morning. Where are you at?
I think that's the only time to have cereals at night when you're stoned at night or whatever. With just the glow of the TV coming at you is the only light on. Yeah.
You should have seen this guy that he roomed with. It was a funny.
Yeah. Noah had a video of his apartment still on his phone, which is slightly disturbing because he's been out of college for 5 years. But there was about 40 boxes of cereal, and he was just saying like, I haven't. So Noah hasn't had cereal in 5 years because the guy had 40 boxes of cereal in his college dorm, or it looked like an apartment if you ask me. But
right.
So Noah, it was a lot of cereal, but still, I'm okay with that. You're in college. Fuck, that's like the healthiest shit you're gonna eat, right?
Yeah. College cereal, it's a staple for sure. For crying out loud.
The best is when Beanick zoomed in on him right at the end, like this. He looked like Shaggy. It was hilarious. Ready to fucking crunch a fucking cereal.
So Bet Detective, now I got to ask you. You got unlimited amount of money.
What cereal am I getting?
Cereal you're choosing. It could be something that they don't make anymore, but it's whatever your top cereal is. If you're in heaven and Tebow comes over to you and says, "What's your top cereal?" What are you taking?
Well, it's tough because you got. I mean, you remember cereal as a kid. You know, I don't think they would hold up as much. You know, your Cookie Crisp and Apple Jacks. Cookie Crisp wasn't even cereal; it was just cookies. You would just eat it. But I mean, before Mom even had that in the cabinet, you were ripping that out. You know, from the bag. But I remember in college, one of my roommates in college, would get the giant family size of Honey Nut Cheerios, and once you get that's kind of like an addicting taste to it, where you can bang out three bowls of that no problem. So I love Honey Nut Cheerios.
No, the Honey Nut Cheerios is fire. I still think that there's something hidden in there, that there's heroin in there or something.
Yeah, there's some kind of crystal meth. There's some kind of crystal in there that I'm not complaining. I'm not prodding. I like it.
You know how you know is when you're done and it's only milk left and you taste that milk, you're like, God damn, this is good milk.
Yeah, and you're slurping that milk up. I'm like, this isn't normal behavior. This is what an addict does, right?
Oh man. So okay, there we go. We got the Bet Detective's answer on top cereal. And now we go 17.5. Penn. I mean, I normally have a rule of double-digit points in the Ivy. You take it, but Yale is just shitting on my theory on this double digits thing here. And by the way, shout out to Maximus giving us $20. Cheers to the boys for providing bangers. And then shout out to Rob Donaldson giving us $20. He's saying he knew that you were a Cookie Crisp guy.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, you're making milk and cookies and chip cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, you know why I like Cookie Crisp too? Because they're one of the first cereals that said, fuck it. We're not even going to try to act like we're nutritious. We're going to flat out just give the kids cookies for cereal. Like they weren't making them Mr. T figures or Fred Flintstones. No, you're getting cookies and they're hard cookies and you got milk. I mean, there's just no lying about it. Just be happy your kid's eating it.
Yeah, no, we were going down this road of like, I thought Total was like a ripoff of cornflakes. Turns out I think I might have been wrong after doing some deeper diving.
Yeah, no, cornflakes is first.
Yeah, but no, I'm saying Total. I actually think though was not like, I compared it to like the you can go get like the local brand cola.
Right.
I thought it was like the ripoff of Coke.
Oh, like a generic.
Yeah, but Total actually they're actually they were more costly than I realized when I did a deep dive on them.
They come from the Post family, right? CW.
Yeah,
Post?
yeah. And then like there's the whole Smacks against what was the other one called?
Well, Honey Smacks and Corn Pops.
No, there was one that was just like Honey Smacks, but it was not Honey Smacks.
Oh yeah, Golden
Crisp. Which one was first?
Or whatever, right?
Yeah. So a lot of speculation on who came first there, and I understand that argument if you're on either side of that one. But either side of this one here, Scott Bowser, shout out to our friend Scott Bowser, big fan of this Yale logo. Are we guys? Are we just automatically taking 17.5 here in New Haven?
No, I think this line should be 25. I mean, this is ridiculous. So Yale just destroys teams at home, especially. They average like they win by 17.
They're undefeated at home. At home.
Who they got on deck?
They just clobbered these guys at Penn 2 weeks ago, right? What was the score 2 weeks ago at Penn?
Beat by
90-61.
I'm on Penn.
Yeah,
I'm on Penn. They got Princeton tomorrow night on national TV.
Yeah, I still think I gotta fade it.
Last year's game was a 16-point game. Yale wins by 16.
Yeah, but Penn's not as good as last year.
Right.
I know, but I'm playing to look at it. I'm not like 17.5 with fucking Yale. Like I know Yale's good, but 17.5 is too far. And hey, you can play the music. Long Beach did their job.
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Another.
Look at that.
Another cover. Bet Detective, did you take the beach on the island?
I did not take the beach on the. I know that's when you gave out to the degenerates. You opened up. You like to work backwards. You said so. You went to the island.
I do like to work backwards.
Came down.
Oh yeah. Check out the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. So we battling here. Mac on Penn plus the points. Me and the Bet Detective on Yale.
I mean, Yale averages 83 points a game. They're 15th in the country in offense. I mean,
and they lost their best player to Michigan. Imagine if they would have brought him back, Danny Wolf.
Right.
Unbelievable. Quinnipiac, the Aqueduct, heading to Fairfield, Connecticut, taking on the Pioneers. Quinnipiac's laying 2.5. This is a rivalry game, both located in Connecticut there. This is the William Pitt Center where Quinnipiac won by 10
Yes, the William H. Pitt Center, sir.
Oh yeah. Look, fucking Sacred Hot has won 5 in a row. There's no way I'm taking him here. Give me Quinnipiac. I think they're gonna get this done. I'm laying the 2.5. Bet Detective, what are you doing here?
I'm on Sacred Heart. I think they should be favored here. I like Tanner Thomas over there for him. Here's the thing: Quinnipiac can't shoot the 3. And Sacred Heart can't guard the 3. That's how you beat Sacred Heart. So I think that's going to help them in this situation. So I think Quinnipiac's the wrong matchup for it. I think Sacred. I think Sacred Heart should be favored by 1 or 2 points. So I'll definitely take the 2.5.
There we go. Love this contrast. Bet Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll take the Aqueduct. They dropped that game at home to fucking Niagara. That was puzzling. I like the bounce back. Had a week off here to get Sacred Heart.
Let's go. Marist is in Albany, New York, taking on Siena, the Red Foxes. Homa, Rick Smits, the great.
These are your teams.
I know both these teams have been darlings of mine. Jerry McNamara is the head coach of Siena, and I can't fade that guy. He's magical. Siena's laying 2.5. I do believe Marist is a much better basketball team, but the line is very confusing here. Does this make any sense? This line?
Yeah, no, there's another one I think the wrong team is favored in. I think Marist's defense is just good. They're number 9th in opponent 2-point percentage, and Siena, they're just not good with they're sloppy with the ball. I think that's going to be a problem here with Marist's defense, and they're okay from 3, not great, not bad, but again, wrong team favorite. I think I'll take that defense, and I like that Josh Passarelli. He's one of the most underrated players in the country, I think.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm on the other side. I think you're right. Marist is the better team, but why is Siena favored? Because Jerry Mack gets up for big games. You saw him at the Garden in that 7 overtime game way back in the day. Give me Siena, lay the 2.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I think I'm gonna take Siena. First game, 5-point game, tight game, and like you said, McNamara's teams, they kind of play in all these close games, and they play up to their competition.
No, they get up for the big games. You got to worry about them against the shitty opponents. I feel like the shitty opponents, they're all over the place.
The Ryder loss, when they're a bigger favorite against some of these teams that aren't very good, that's what I like to face. Siena. So I'll take Siena at home. McNamara, baby.
Let's go. Another battle there. Mac Dundee on the St. Bernards. Bet Detective riding with the Red Foxes.
Red Foxes with the points.
Princeton. I love this brown logo. This brown bear logo.
He looks like the cocaine bear like the day after the bender. Like once he's out of coke, like looking for a bag or looking for a bump.
It's just a great logo right there. He's just like, awesome. Yeah, 100%. Princeton is laying 4.5 at Brown Providence, Rhode Island. Princeton currently 3rd in the Ivy League, jockeying for position, trying to get the 2nd. Remember, they had that tournament where only the top 4 teams go, I believe.
Brown got them.
Yeah, so this is actually a major game because Brown's in 5th, Princeton's in 3rd. They're all jockeying for position. High drama in the Ivy. Last time they played, Princeton won by 20 on February 1st, just 2 weeks ago. Princeton's 6-1 on the road this year, and that's the deciding factor for me. I will lay the 4.5 with Princeton. Bet Detective, what are you doing here?
Oh, no way. Absolutely not. I'm not afraid to sprinkle the money line here on Brown. I like an outright upset here. Give me the 4.5 with Brown. And my only handicapping is they have Ivy Iverson, for crying out loud. Keto Lilly Jr. averaging 19 points a game?
Oh yeah.
From 3. The Ivy Iverson is just one of the best nicknames I've ever heard. So that's all I need here.
That's great.
That's all I need. Give me the cocaine bear on a Saturday, looking for a bag at 4 a.m. Plus the 4.5. Sprinkle a little bit on that money line. Don't be afraid.
Oh, there we go. Money line play. I got a feeling that's going to be one of his top plays at the end of the episode. Mac, what are you doing here in Providence, Rhode Island?
To your point, this is Brown's season. I mean, they're 2 games back. Got to get in that playoff. And last year they beat Princeton in the tournament. They just got drove by him 2 weeks ago. I'm all over the Brown guys. I like the Brown guys a lot here. Let's go.
Double lock on Brown. Dundee riding with the Tigers. 357 giving us money, so he will answer any question he puts in the goddamn chat. Thoughts about Aaron Rodgers getting cut? Not sure where he played college. He played college at Cal.
Yeah, at the Cal.
And I believe before that he was at like Montana Tech or some shit like that. Somewhere in Montana, he transferred. He was a JUCO. I'm not the biggest supporter. I'm not sure if you're purposely doing this to me. I'm not a big fan of Aaron Rodgers. As a quarterback, I'm not a big fan.
I'm starting to enjoy him more, actually, to be honest with you. I've gone up and down with him, and now I just laugh. I mean, he's hilarious, actually.
I know, like as far as a personality on a microphone.
Yeah, he actually finished the season okay as a quarterback with the Jets. He finished strong. I mean, the Jets letting him go, I get why you wanted him to go, but at the same time, you're going to be worse. Like I think it was the Onion had a headline like their plans are to lose without Aaron Rodgers this year, I guess. But where's he going to go? Who knows? Go to the Vikings. Do the full Brett Favre thing. Why not? Send a
Brett Favre experience.
Yeah. Get the whole Brett Favre experience. Get the
hilarious. Mac, your thoughts on Aaron Rodgers?
I mean, I love Rodgers. I know he's sucked the last couple of years. He's gotten old. He got blood his Achilles. He was a 40-year-old off an Achilles injury. So
right. I mean, absolutely.
And in a time where everybody was a fucking pussy, he pushed back on a lot of bullshit. So I got a lot of respect for him.
I see where you're cheering coming from.
Me and Rodgers, we align on a lot of things.
Yeah. He knows how to vote.
He played quarterback like a pussy, though. Let's be honest. Yeah, he knows how to vote. You see him play He plays quarterback like he votes. All right.
In his prime, though, he was damn good, though. He was fucking.
He played like a
couple years ago. He
played like a bitch. Man, always be afraid to run. He's like any type of sack, he's just barely getting touched. He's falling down. ESPN Plus has like a commercial of him on the fucking with their default after a game ends, and it goes to him at Lambeau Field against the Bears, or maybe it's Soldier, and he just the defender just comes around the corner and he just like takes the sack like 10 steps too early. Yeah, I can't stand watching him play quarterback. I mean, yes, he had a gun, but talk about I could do a seminar on the amount of fucking times he would not run for a first down or a touchdown because he was afraid of contact. Disgusting. Disgusting. I
just like how his final year in Green Bay, all the Packer fans had to teach their old men dads what ayahuasca was, and like they had to tell them, explain darkness retreats and things like that. So.
Oh man. So there we go on that.
He can still spin it though.
He can spin it. He can spin it. I will say that.
Spin it.
Speaking of Green Bay, Doug Gottlieb, he can spin it because I can do a hot 3 hours on a mic and then lose a game by 27 points. All right?
I don't see what the problem is. Why can't I do both? You can't do either. It seems like, Doug.
Wait. Doug Gottlieb, on the soundboard via the Bet Detective.
I'm just here to bring diversity to this set here. Give the kind of white man's perspective on things for the point guard position.
One of my favorites. He just bombed his joke in front of Barkley and
Kenny Smith just goes, okay.
Yeah, okay. Great. Yeah.
What is this line? Someone make this line make sense. You have Green Bay is 2-23.
Mm-hmm.
Northern Kentucky is 11-14, and off a solid performance, losing to the team in first place in that conference by 5 points. And prior to that, they beat the team that was just in first place, Cleveland State, by 10, and Oakland, who won an NCAA tournament game last year, by 9. What is this number, Mac? Does this mean we have to take Green Bay just because of the? This should be like if I was setting this line, it'd be like Northern Kentucky minus 15.5. What the fuck is this number?
Well, I've been taking Gottlieb when he's the big favorite. They'll be in the game, and then you'll look up and they'll give up a 15-0 run. So they'll lose by 15 like they always do. I'll take Northern Kentucky to roll here. Northern Kentucky's been a disappointment. I think that they're starting to turn a corner, though.
The Norse.
This is a good program.
You know how many games Green Bay has lost in a row?
Is it 18 now?
20. 20 straight losses, and they're getting a short number here, man.
They are due.
They
have not won since November 19th. I'm seeing right now.
Is he gonna make it another year?
Dude, I don't know how the fuck you bring him back. Cinnamon Twix fucking almost won the regular season.
You almost made the NCAA tournament last year, and then you go to two. I mean, I don't think they're going to win another game. Maybe it's here though with this stinky line. So I will take Green Bay plus the points because nothing makes sense about this number. Give me Green Bay, lock it up. Bet detective, what are you doing here?
Oh man, it's tough. I do want to take Green Bay. I think the value, quote unquote, is with them actually. But with Roy being out, they just can't do anything. I mean, they're just terrible.
That's my favorite thing though. They list him as a game time decision, even though he quit the team. He quit the team, and it's like game time decision.
He led the nation in scoring. Game time decision. I got who's the one guy? Preston Rudiger is there a guy who's like still trying hard or whatever? And Gottlieb basically said, "Now Preston, he's great. I wish the whole team could be him. Now next year, there's gonna be a lot of roster changes, obviously, but he's safe. He's like that 1 year Saturday Night Live when they just kept John Lovitz and fired everyone else, and they had a skit of them all going to the fire, like basically saying, like, all right, Gottlieb, if you're here, then I guess that's what'll happen. But you know what? Fuck it. Give me the 6.5. Give me these Gottliebs. Why not?
Let's go. All right, we got this is a battle. This is a fucking battle, man. The line doesn't make sense. I'm surprised you're on the other side of this, Mac.
I told you what game he's gonna win. Thursday, February 27th, when the hospital comes into Green Bay.
No. Don't disrespect my fucking hospital.
IVs don't work when they hit the road.
We got a battle in Green Bay. Bet detective, pick Dundee riding with Doug Gottlieb in the Phoenix. Mac riding with Genghis Khan over here.
Bringing the white man's perspective.
This game very intriguing here.
I like this game a lot.
Yes, the Billikens of St. Louis with what was it? Milk Chamberlain, Robbie Avila,
Cream Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, Salt Frazier. They got all the names for him.
Yeah.
My favorite was his newest nickname came from I believe it was Sean Stacking the Money Green, which told me, let me pull this up for a second, but Loyola's laying 2.5 at home against the Ramblers. Where the fuck is this?
They brought a couple guys over from Indiana State too, right? It wasn't just him.
Yeah, it was a few, and they returned. They have Larry Hughes' son on
yes,
St. Louis as
Larry
well.
Hughes.
Yeah, they brought Swope is the stud.
Yeah,
I saw Larry Hughes
he's the best one. Yeah,
I saw Larry Hughes almost give Chuck Daly a heart attack at Sixers Orlando Magic playoff game. They were on a run. The Sixers Daly was coaching the Magic, and the Sixers were on some run, and Hughes had a put back dunk or whatever, and place was going nuts. And he goes over to Chuck Daly. He goes like, timeout. You need a timeout. And Larry Hughes was 19, and he's going to Chuck Daly, Hall of Fame coach. Chuck Daly knew he was right. He's like, oh, and he just turned red. He's like, fucking timeout. He had to fucking call it. I thought that was the most like baller move ever as a kid.
Yeah. So Stacking the Money Green said, I can't take St. Louis anymore with this Avila fat blob of mayonnaise.
Take it easy on the mayo.
Yeah, come on now, Sean.
Loyola is solid at home though. Under Valentine there. Look, they suck on the road.
Yeah.
St. Louis is a team that I do think is getting better as the season prolongs, but I just like Loyola at home. They're 12-1 at home. That's all the difference for me. I will lay the 2.5. Mac, what are you doing here?
I'm gonna take the Pelicans. They had that tough loss to Mason. I think they go up to go over to Chicago here from St. Louis, and they win this thing outright. Loyola Chicago's off that freaking crazy Richmond win as well. So yeah, give me the Pelicans.
Yeah, and so Jenkins in the chat. I believe Jemerson's back. Bet detective, what are you doing here?
Yeah, it's not just that win. Loyola's won 3 of 4, and St. Louis has lost 3 of 4. St. Louis, there was a tough loss to George Mason, but
what a game.
St. Louis on the road though. I mean, they lost to dare I say Duquesne.
Your Dukes.
And my Dukes are not the same Dukes, the magical Cinderella Dukes of last year of the tough defense. And ever since Bronny snubbed them on the offseason, we haven't recovered. But they did beat St. Louis. That's all I need to hear. Yeah, take the red line up to Loyola there, and give me Loyola -2.5 at home.
Let's go. Double lock there. Another battle. We've agreed on
battle.
one fucking game, guys.
I love it. No, we've agreed on one, right?
It was who was that game?
Ryder. It was
Yes.
Phoenix
Easy.
quadruple lock. You know, Phoenix automatically on
it. Next up, Fairfield taking on St. Peter's, the Peacocks, Jersey City. You partied in Jersey City, Bet Detective?
That's up in North Jersey, St. Peter's, Jersey City.
That means no, he has not partied in Jersey City.
I've not partied in Jersey City. No, that's where they filmed New Jack City. That's Carjack City and all that shit.
I liked New Jersey
all
Drive.
that
You ever
shit.
catch
New
Jersey Drive?
Jersey Drive's about Jersey City.
Yeah. St. Peter's laying 4.5 in Jersey City against Fairfield. Too many points for me. I don't like playing 4.5 with this Peacock team for obvious reasons. They're 349th in pace. They kind of play like a shitty version of UVA's offense. 301st in offensive rating. Yeah, I'll take the points with Fairfield. I think it's worth that moneyline sprinkle plus 175. Bet Detective, what are you doing here?
I like the St. Peter's team though. They pound the glass. Solid defense. I like the way they play for sure. And they are Jersey City. Bill Parcells is from Jersey City.
He's repping his boys. You can't. He's on Ryder and St. Peter's little Jersey parlay. He's gonna give away.
And that's the hardest peacock you'll ever see. That's a street peacock right there. I mean, he's not fucking it. He's not flashing any feathers. So, but yeah, I like the way they crush the glass and they lost to Manhattan by 1 recently. Is right coming off that loss? Yeah, I just think they're the better team. Give me. You don't go into the brick city like this at night and come out there with a loss. He's Fairfield up in these white collars coming into
the Yanatelli Center. Is that it? The Yanatelli Center.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mac, what are you doing here?
I'll go with the Bet Detective. I like the Peacocks here. They've lost 5 in a row and they're laying 4.5. Fairfield's a fade when they hit the road. Now,
yes.
When they're in that building, though, they make 75 footers to win, so you got to watch out. So, but on the road, fade them.
All right, another battle. Dundee with the Stags of Fairfield. Mac, Bet Detective with the Peacocks. All right, next up, we got Ohio. These Bobcats are heading into Kent, Ohio, and I am known as a Mac specialist on the streets. Kent State's laying 5, and I went undefeated on my Mac. There was last Saturday. I think it was 6 Mac games. I went 6-0 ATS.
Yeah.
So watch out, Middle America. Dundee coming through, and look, Ohio won this matchup back on January 24th by 2. I tend to think Kent State's gonna get revenge here. I'm gonna lay the 5.5 with the Golden Flashes at home here. Ohio's been ass on the road. That's just the truth. They're 3-7 on the road. It is a fun rivalry, Rob, and it'll be a close game for a while. Late free throws. Kent State gets it done laying the 5.5. Bet Detective, what are you doing here?
Yeah, this is tough. They're both inconsistent, really. Ohio has that offense that can travel. Usually not good on the road, but they score like 79 a game. But Kent State at home, their defense is pretty locked down. I'll tell you, I'll go with Kent State here.
Mac, do we have a triple play? No.
I like Kent here. I was just looking at the recent history. Ohio has had the better hand here, but to your point, they already played. Kent kind of gave that game away a little bit right at the end. I like Kent here playing well under center off to I'll lay the 5.5.
Triple lock on the Kent State Golden Flashes. All right, next up, we are going to Bloomington, Indiana. The series goes back to the 1930s.
Here we
UCLA. Mick Cronin bitching all year about this travel.
They've seen the Statue of Liberty twice. They've seen.
I love how he says that he's upset with all that travel. His fucking house burns down in LA.
Yeah,
he's lucky he was traveling. He's lucky.
Yeah, I know. He's talking about all the monuments. Oh, now I got to go to Indiana. I got to see a Bob's Big Boy, or I got to go see Hardee's. I mean,
can't find a salad to save my life.
Right. I got drive-through cigarettes out there in Gary, Indiana.
Mike Woodson on the other side. He's fired, but he's not. They win a huge game, 11.5 point dogs in East Lansing.
Amazing.
Google him. He loses. That's what the shirts are saying in Bloomington. Great t-shirts.
That's great.
Great t-shirts. I gotta fade Indiana in this spot. I think Mick Cronin. It's this. Is this the closest to a? I wonder. Did they play at Ohio State? Would the Big Ten have this many teams? I can't remember. They don't play at Ohio State, right? They didn't. This is the closest. I think this is the closest to a home game for him, right? Or like to where he's from. He's from Cincinnati, right? So, this is his homecoming game. He's telling the girl he always wanted to fuck come out to this game. Telling the friends, everyone come on out to this game. Bloomington, Indiana, Assembly Hall. Legendary venue. Bruins laying the 1.5. Let's go. Because if Mike Woodson wins this, then you really got to start talking about extending him. Matt, what are you doing here?
Who? Me?
Matt,
Me?
yeah.
UCLA has not won a game outside the Western time zone yet, right?
This is their second game, though. This is their second game.
It is in
a row. I'm saying on this trip, on this road trip. Yeah.
They had I thought they had a miracle cover the other night against Illinois that we talked about. It's gonna get weird here. Indiana's gonna win the game. Indiana, let's go. Mike Woodson. They're gonna play that 2-3 zone that he's all of a sudden playing now that he's not fired. Give me the Hoosiers, baby. Let's go.
Bet Detective. How about you?
Yeah, no. Indiana. I mean, they had a nice effort against Michigan State. Good for them. But there's the house still needs renovations. They can't take care of the ball. They're 33% from 3, and UCLA turns you over. They're the number 1 team in the country and turning you over for, I think it's like for graded per possession, whatever. They have a great defense. This is a bad matchup. I like UCLA by 5 or 6 here.
Let's go. Battle. Bet Detective and Dundee on the Bruins. Shout out to the great Scott Bowser, UCLA diehard.
Scott Bowser also has it looks like he's got a throwback logo for his avatar picture there. That's him. I mean,
that might be true. Be true.
That's what you see in the dating profile. Then when they show up in person, like, who the fuck is this guy?
Very accurate. Very accurate. Shout out to the great Scott Bowser.
Shout out to Bowser.
Mac is on IU. Next up, we got Wright State.
Ooh, I like this one too.
The Vikings heading into Milwaukee, Wisconsin, taking on Bart Lundy and the Panthers. Milwaukee laying 5.5. Last time they played, Milwaukee won by 16 back on January 22nd.
Wow.
The Panthers, though, are 9-2 at home. You don't just walk into the UW Arena and push these Panthers around. Wright State, I'm out on them. Fairborn, Ohio, out on their whole goddamn university. When Rob Donaldson did that deep dive on them with Beanick, Milwaukee smash spot, lay the 5.5. Can I interest you in a Milwaukee Green Bay parlay bet detective?
Ooh, Wisconsin 2-teamer. Money line that Green Bay.
Yeah. Call it the cheese curds parlay. Let's go.
Oh, I like a curd parlay, as we like to say. Wisconsin in general likes to brag how they are the best at cheese curds, and I like to say, yeah, you're right, because you have no competition. No one else is making cheese curds. That's only thing you do. You make squeaky fried cheese. But point is, I love Milwaukee here. They're another team that pounds the glass. Jermichael Stillwell gets about 11 rebounds a game. Wright State just is going to have all trouble down low. They're just too small for them. Like I said, Milwaukee crush them here. I don't see how it's any different at Milwaukee tomorrow night. So I love laying the 5.5 here.
Yeah, let's go. That little Milwaukee 2-step cheese curd parlay is tingling.
Great city, Milwaukee, by the way.
I've been a very hard city to stay sober in.
Yeah.
Very challenging city to stay sober in. Mac, what are you doing here in Milwaukee?
Yeah, I'm on Milwaukee here. I think we're getting them in a good spot. They've dropped a couple games in a row, but I think they're way more athletic and tougher than Wright State.
Yes.
Wright State's got some staples on that team. Wright State or Milwaukee's got some athletes. Give me Milwaukee here.
Triple lock on these Panthers. Jerry Davis saying Wisconsin cheese curds are amazing.
They are. No, I'm not saying they're not. I'm not saying they're bad. They're fantastic. I'm just saying no other state is trying to compete with you guys.
It's a little over the top to me. I was in Wisconsin for a week.
Yeah.
Doing some comedy and then hit a Packers game.
Yep.
It was unavoidable. I can't do cheese for 7 straight days.
Cheese and drinking, it's a lot. It's a lot of heaviness.
I understand why they're the biggest serial killer population in the United States.
Their drinking laws are hilarious too. I see as Bowser says 16, old enough to drive. They're one of the only ones where you can, if you're under 21 and you're out with your family, it's legal to drink as long as you're out with your family. Because who knows better? The police, the scientists, or the hockey moms from Wisconsin going out to dinner. Like, yeah, we'll start with some curds and some calamari and a round of Harvey Wallbangers and some lemon drops because Billy got a home run today.
The hockey moms they come in the joint looking like Hardy Nickerson. You know what I mean?
Couple of lemon drops for Susie. She learned to ride a bike today.
Oh man! All right, we got the nightcap. Final game on the slate.
This is your favorite game.
Oh, you better believe it. A little Mountain West special.
I know.
Okay, people might forget that me and the great Steve Alford had a powwow at Mountain West Media Day. We went out to the desert, had some peyote, buried the hatchet, so to speak. Mm-hmm. And then I've been decent on gambling with Nevada, even though they've been terrible to a certain extent based on the preseason projections. I've been all right. I like to think out of the show, me, Beanick, and Mac, I've probably been the best betting on Nevada, I think. They're going into San Jose, California, to this fucked up court where, I mean, Gavin Newsom has to be involved with this fucking court as far as I'm concerned. Because, I mean, this thing, it looks like a game of a fucking American Gladiators. You know what I mean? Like this fucking thing. Are you kidding me? Where's Laser? But the San Jose Credit Union Event Center has been nice to San Jose State. They've been covering a lot of games here. They're 6-6 at home. Outright.
Yeah.
ATS, I think they're pretty damn good.
They've been a darling.
Oh yeah, we took them as a double-digit dog against New Mexico outright, and they hit earlier in the year. However, I look for that spot for Nevada. I say, wait, they have at Colorado State on deck. That's a little tricky, but I do think Nevada is just so much of a better team. I'm going to lay the 6.5 with Steve Alford. Mac, you coming with?
I like Alford here. I think San Jose is super banged up too. They played out of their minds the other night, blew a 20-point lead against San Diego State. I think Nevada finally starts rolling here down the stretch. They got talent on that team. It's just taking Alford a minute to get it going. So yeah, give me Nevada, lock it up.
I know.
Detective.
Yeah. I know everyone's on San Jose State. It seemed like not a public play, but
yeah,
it seems like a darling thing. And I like this Nevada team. I actually have a little future on them. They've been pretty bad, but I think they're talented. And like you said, Mac, I mean, McClendon and Udulce, are they playing? I don't even know that.
I think they're both questionable right now. They're both questionable game time decisions.
That's enormous if they don't play. I mean, not only is their two top scorers, 16 and 12, but they're their ball handlers. And Nevada recently, now their defense hasn't been turning over, but the last 3 games, they have been turning teams over at a 22% rate. They've only done that 3 times all year, but they've done it every single time the last 3 games. And that speeds them up. They're a slow-paced team. That's been one of their complaints. But when they turn you over and get you running, that kind of speeds Nevada up, and that's when they'll be able to cover. They're 38-4 in their last 42 games against San Jose State.
That's a good nugget. That's
a nice little nugget. Nick Davidson in 6 games against him, 17 points a game, 8.7 rebounds. He's also had 25 points the last 2 games against Air Force and who did they play? Fresno before that.
Yeah.
I want Nevada just to get going. So this is more of a heart as well. I just think this is like you said, it's a bad spot. They're banged up. Give me Nevada here.
Triple lock on Steve Alford and Nevada. Let's go. That's a good point. San Jose State's state school. So who did approve the court? Now we're on to something. Here. All right. Now we get to our top plays of the night. How many of you guys want to do? Three best plays, four best plays? What do you want to do?
Whatever you like there. And by the way, people did shout out on the I wore the Vanderbilt for the show for the pisser, by the way.
Oh,
yes. You guys are huge fans of the pisser.
Donating to the NIL collective and also Damani in the chat, Vanderbilt grad. I mean, we got him back for a 7th year of college. Love that appeal. Made a lot of sense.
Lawsuit pending.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Diego Pissin Pavi is a legend as far as I'm concerned.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's pick four games, our 4 best plays of the night. I'll lead off. I will put Nevada on that board, laying 6.5. So load up on that. I will also put the Milwaukee Panthers on that, laying 5.5. After that, I'm going to take you all the way over to Ryder catching 6.5 against Iona. And the final play on the board to me is Kent State minus the points against the Ohio Bobcats in a revenge spot. Those are the top 4 plays for old Dundee. Who's ready?
I got it.
Right,
I got two home dogs and 2 road favorites here. I'll go with the Brown guys getting points at home. I liked him in that spot against Princeton. I think they pop up and win that game. I like the Norse to drill Gottlieb here. Get the Norse going into March. Hoosiers. Hoosiers gonna get it rolling to save Mike. Not save him, but just play and make this thing awkward. Fade Mick Cronin out of the West Coast and Nevada. I like Nevada in this spot as well. I'll lay the points out in San Jose. I think they win by double digits.
Wow.
There we go. Alfred 44 saying if pissing makes you a legend, I'm James Dean. Bad detective.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
I'm giving out 6 plays because I don't play by your rules.
Yes,
and that's what's going to happen. Plus, we all have several plays together. Milwaukee, I think we all agreed. Did we all throw that on there?
Triple lock. We had 2. I think of the whole. No, we had 3 triple locks on the whole fucking thing, and that was Nevada, Milwaukee, and Ryder.
And Kent.
Oh yeah, we all took Kent too. So 4.
Yeah.
4. Okay.
All right. I like Brown as well with Mac there, of course. I think, like I said, you already said that. I even like a little money line there. Yale will also, Yale's a pound. That's just an absolute smash spot with Yale, minus 17.5. And then my top 3, starting with number 3, Marist. I like them. That should be the favorite. St. Peter's as well, always favorite. And my number 1 play is the opposite of Mac. UCLA will win this game against a garbage Indiana squad.
There we go. Nice little battle on best bets as well. Folks, make sure you check out CJ Sullivan with the Bottom Line Bombs podcast. Subscribe right now. Get on over there. It's on YouTube. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. It's on Stitcher. Bottom Line Bombs podcast. Make sure you catch them at the Improv this weekend in Pittsburgh. Friday, Saturday, Sunday?
Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yep.
There you go. Get on over there. Check out the Bet Detective live stand-up comedy. You can't beat it. Make sure you give CJ a follow on Twitter at CJ Sullivan _ Moneyline Mac is on Twitter at Moneyline_Mac. I'm on Twitter at the Colby D. The College Basketball Experience is on Twitter at TCE on SGPN. And buckle the fuck up because our Saturday slate is unbelievable with a trillion bajillion games, but some great ones on that slate. Also check out the College Baseball Experience. We dropped an episode, 9 a.m. tomorrow. We got games. I think it starts Puerto Rico. Wow. Right? College baseball. This was smash plays. We gave away a parlay on that show. So go check out that college. A lot of great action to get in the college baseball front. Check out the College Baseball Experience. The College Football Experience also breaking out schedules for every single damn conference. Check out the Sports Gambling Podcast as well. The Ryan and Rush Show. And like I said, the Bottom Line Bombs. Thanks for hopping on the show, CJ. When you coming back?
Yes. I'm coming back Monday night. I might be doing a bottom line bombs that night with the main guys, but I'll be back all next week. And then I'll be in Irvine, California.
Ooh, improv?
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, Irvine Improv.
for sure,
Yeah.
And
Check
shout out
that
to the
out.
chat room. You guys do have the best chat in the biz going easily by far. I am a fan of the show. Sometimes I'm in the chat. Sometimes I mix it up. But you guys have, they're here waiting. They're pounding.
They're fantastic. They're the real heartbeat behind the show. It's not Beanick who's down there in Texas. All right, getting ready for some damn baseball games. He said he was at the baseball stadium tonight. When he was on the show, all I heard was like fucking EDM in the background. I don't know what the hell was happening there. Beanick might be discovering a new version, a new side of himself with some Molly and some shit there, some goddamn Tame Impala. I don't know.
Cowgirls down there in Dallas.
Virgil says, thanks, fellas. CJ, he's trying to catch you at Pittsburgh. Get on
Yes.
out. Come on, let's go, Virgil.
Come on out, Virgil. Absolutely.
Let's go. Till next time. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we are not out of here because I can't find the goddamn song. Now we are
and shoot.
Nah, I'm switching it up. We're going with the classic. If I could fucking find it here. Here we go. Now we're out. This is the college basketball experience. You better start thinking about yours. And we out of here. For Beanick.
On the street and tip your hat his way. You'll notice where he's headed and which game he's gonna play. He's a sharpshooter gunman and always aiming high. To win any gunfight, his limit is the sky. We're the gunslingers from San Antonio. We're the gunslingers on the road or at home. Remember the Alamo, for such as we are known. We're the gunslingers.
Notes.
When we're away, we do win our job. We're keeping law and order at home and abroad. Gamblers and outlaws, you better step aside. Our motto is to shoot them up and bring them back alive. We're the gunslingers from San Antonio. We're the gunslingers.